We are live?
No.
Not yet.
Yes. Now it
Yeah, we are
says.
live now.
Okay, wonderful. We are live. We are live. And today I have two people here who come from very different worlds in a way, but I feel that today we'll be able to find some common topic and synergy between all three of us. Abbas is, the co-founder of an app called Trendsy, which helps you discover brands in a much more trusted and authentic way. Okay, he can talk better, he can pitch better about him, but that's what he's building. And on the other hand, I have Tanya, who's a communication designer and is currently in India, in the hilly city. What state is Himachal Pradesh? But what city are you in?
Shimla, the capital.
The beautiful capital city, which used to be the winter capital of the Britishers when they were in India, right?
Britishers. Yes. Lots of
So
viceroy
yeah,
homes and everything.
lot of okay, so a lot of influence must be there. But yeah, she's here, as someone who also runs our design stream, live streams, which happens when we invite founders and audit their design live stream. So Tanya, welcome, and Abbas, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Shaitan. I'm
Thank
happy to be
you.
here, Tanya. I'm happy to meet you today. We're literally across the Atlantic, you know,
Yes.
but Shaitan is right in the middle to connect both
Mhm.
of us, which is great.
Yeah.
Shaitan, you do a great job in that sense, man.
Mm,
I think
True that.
I have people across the three continents or three countries. I'm like, there's so much that they can know from each other, learn from each other, and even work with each other, right? So why not? Why not start this live stream every day? Every day I bring people from some from India, some from Canada, US. So yeah, it's been 23rd. I think today is 24th day. So welcome guys, 24th. It's our 24th episode.
Cool. Congratulations on that, man.
Amazing.
Yeah, you came in episode two. I remember you were the second episode, and you're coming again after the 24th. So welcome. In between, we played tennis, so that was good.
Yes.
I really appreciate you coming. But I think one of the things we can also talk today is like because Tanya also designs brands, right? She's seen a lot of brands firsthand and very big brands like Spotify and Tanya, which is the other tech brand that you also built. Why I'm saying tech is because of Trendsy, but Spotify
Trendsy.
was one
Yeah.
you did, right?
Then, yeah, a lot of work of Acco and
Acco
yeah.
Insurance. These are all
And then a lot of
Indian brands. Yeah,
homegrown brands, so very story-led cultural brands. Yet to
story-led
go
cultural.
into
So
the tech zone.
yeah. So everything needs branding. So we are not in tech. So today we'll talk about how I also built Honest Create as a B2B brand. Again, built around trust and authenticity, and the same way how Trendsy is getting built. On the basis of trust and authenticity. So that's the common topic for today. How did we build the brand? How did we create the story over the years? I did, and then you all can talk about that. But yeah, how's that for a topic? Abbas, you were excited about it.
Oh yeah, no,
Authenticity,
definitely.
building.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely. This is great, and actually, look at the coincidence. Like when I posted on my story on my founders page, I mentioned that everyone talks about authenticity, but it is very hard to build around authenticity and build something that is all about also authenticity. Like
Mhm.
we're living in an age where we live authenticity in a disguise. Like, just
Yeah.
imagine if you open today YouTube, you have so many videos from so many different creators and experts and professionals that are teaching you on how to market authentically.
Mhm.
yeah,
So just if you can see that, right? It's like
yeah,
how to sell, but sell authentically, because if you just sell, people will not listen to you. But if you are
yeah,
authentic and you're selling, people will listen to you.
yeah,
This, like, we're living in an age where as I said, authenticity is being lived in this, guys. And this is why we came up with Trendsy, because we need an app, a platform that is built for authenticity and trust, such as, even I would say, the algorithm of it will break if one day it goes against its own values. Like when I speak with my team, I tell them, like, I want the algorithm to break if at some point anyone tries to play around with the values of Trendsy, which are purely based on authenticity and trust. And when you look at the app, and Chatan, you had the opportunity to see it
Yeah.
as our beta testers,
Yeah.
and thank you for your support here. You
Mhm.
can see we're not building based on features. You know, like people when
Yeah.
they build, it's all about features. When they talk
Yeah.
about what they're building,
Mhm.
they say, "Oh, it does this, it does that." We didn't build around features. We built around our core values, which are authenticity and trust. And how? Purely by digitizing your word of mouth. Like
Yeah.
if you want to ask me for something right now, what did you say? What
Yeah.
do you say? You say, I'm
Yeah.
looking for something.
Yeah.
And this is the same thing on Trendsy. You say, I'm looking for something. And the community helps you find it based on their own real experiences, right?
Mhm.
And if you want to recommend something to me, what do you say? You say that, oh, I want to recommend that, or I would love to drop that to you on the group chat that we have. And this is why you have a drop on Trendsy. And every rec that you do on Trendsy is a drop that you get identified through as a real voice. So this is core, right? And this is something that if anyone copies you around that, it will show because simply
So
it's not.
that's why, Abbas, I mean, that's why, I mean, I wanted to also talk that when authenticity, when you talk about that in different ways, where does it start when you build a brand, right? It starts from first the name, okay, Trendsy, then the logo. What are the first brand touch points, right? Like Tanya, if you are a user, imagine yourself, you're
Yeah.
tired of looking for the right beauty product, and you know that everybody is trying to either give you as an ad. You go on Instagram,
Mm.
somebody influencer is being paid to sell this. So sometimes you
Mhm.
feel like, oh, who can I trust? So maybe you ask a friend, right?
Right.
But sometimes the friends have not used that product, so you go to something like Trendsy, where
Yeah.
people around you, connected to you, are posting something about that product, and they are real people. So is that something that you feel right now the time has come for people to explore that, like a Reddit for shopping in a way?
Yeah, no, definitely. Like it's as small as something that I look up is then all over my feed. And nobody obviously is saying anything bad about the
Think-
product. And
Yeah,
therefore, there's so much of overhypeness towards it. So, like recently, I got like a eye serum, and every person that I have heard on the internet has said that it helps. And because it has not helped me, I'm more likely to believe that there's something wrong with me than the
yeah,
product.
correct, correct.
So this sort of marketed and they're so organically interested about it because they're obviously
Yeah,
being paid, that again it just keeps
doesn't build the
you in
trust.
this loop of like, oh, you may be wrong. And therefore Transy therefore makes sense because nobody is coming in with this agenda and this performativity towards a certain brand or product.
Yeah,
So yeah, that way I think it's very relevant to the times we're
yeah.
living in.
See, we got a relevant user for you.
Yeah, Chatan, speaking actually about Trendsy, because I remember you asked me a question like, why did you name it Trendsy? And like Trendsy and authenticity and trend, like how does it align? Remember? Because trend is hype usually, right?
Hmm.
But what if I tell you that we purposely chose Trendsy because the hype shouldn't be around what is just trending, or the hype shouldn't be just around what people want to hear about right now. The hype should be about something that has always made sense. The hype should be about a product, a service, or experience that deserves to trend even if it's 100 years old. This is why we named it Trendsy, because what deserves to trend is what people likes and love and trust.
That is actually, a good discussion to have, and I'm glad that we are having it. See, because the idea is to help you, right? Like, and give you our perspective, which is honest and authentic. Otherwise, why will we do that? My idea was, I get your understanding now of why you chose, because a trend is always something that people trust. I think I get that. It's a very deep reason to do that. But on the other hand, I'll give you the other point of view, that if I am a B2C person who is trying to explore a platform to see, what's something that is reliable for me, right? Trends is not the first word that will come in my mind, because maybe something like, I don't know. I mean, something that evokes trust with the name immediately, like
Hmm.
something else. I don't know the answer to it, but I thought trendy gives me a meaning of something. Oh, if I want to buy trendy clothes or something trendy, come to this app. That was the only reason, that when I was saying, about the name, and with the mission statement that now you have very clear, which I love, by the way, the mission statement. That was my first thing. That was my point of view. Maybe I think Tanya can talk about her, and then you already have a point of view, and then we can say that now we get it right with
Yeah,
after this creative discussion. Yeah.
yeah, like just for food for thoughts for Tanya as well. Remember, I used to be a trader and a private banker. So I have dealt with financial markets for like around 15 years of my life. And one
Hmm.
of the best investments that I have ever made for my clients at the time were the contrarian ones, were the ones that don't really speak to you, were the
Hmm.
ones that were against the trend. Like when people are buying something but forgetting about something else, that something else was the one with a true real value. And like
Yeah.
I call here like Warren Buffett when he says that you don't buy something that's worth $1 for $1. You have to buy it for
Hmm.
much cheaper than that. This is the exact same reasoning that we brought me and my co-founder when we chose the name. There is there is a correction to be made,
Mhm.
and Trendsy is
Yeah.
here to make that correction. And what is the
Hmm.
correction? The correction is how people are being driven by social media today because of how sponsorship works, ads work, even the algorithm. Like how many times a day when you create a content, you go and you check, oh, how many views do I have? Did I please the
Hmm.
algorithm?
Hmm.
Come on. Who is the
Hmm.
algorithm for me to please them? Like I don't
Hmm.
know, guys, if you're getting what I'm trying to say here, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we are here to correct a lot of things, and one of those is how people understand trend.
Like fundamentally, I do get Chetan's point of like it just, but then you said that it is because of that very reason. I like one way that I could see Trendsy working is that the audience that we are working towards are the people who are right now both a part of the trends and at the same time tired of the trends. So it is the lingo of the people for sure. But then I think we will immediately need like a subline which goes like this is like vouched for, or like this is fondly
Yeah.
recommended, and something more communication around how this is a safer space from the negativity of trends. I think if we just focus on that communication, it still buys into the lingo of the people, which is a good thing for sure.
So let me tell you, skip the hype and find what's real.
Yep, yep. Oh, that is the tag. it's amazing. Yeah.
What is it? Say that again.
Skip the hype and find what's real.
Yeah, put that on. I think it's a great suggestion
Yeah.
by Tanya that once you have the descriptor with everything, like your shirt right now or all the logo, like shirt is not the right example, but anywhere, most of the
Yeah.
places if
Like
it goes with the descriptor,
communication.
then it's very very clear what. Then it's more intriguing. Oh, trendy, but skip the hype. Now I'm curious. That it's
Mm.
why are they saying something else? Like so I think it's a great idea to put a descriptor tagline also with the name. And you have a .com as well, or is it just the app? Like, do you have a dot? Because that's also criteria sometimes of going with the name, the .com, if you get it or not uh,
So our
on this one.
website, yeah, our website is .app.
Okay.
Yeah, but based on what you just suggested, yeah, I will be printing new merch, and I'll send you one as a gift as well.
Oh,
So
nice.
yeah, but
I
but
love to wear then. Next then episode, I have another shirt. I have my first sponsored merch in my live stream to wear it for someone. Yeah, yeah. And by the way, man, thanks for doing this. And why we are sort of now right now at a stage where you are little early, right? You have invested money, no doubt, but on the brand you're early, and that is why we are giving this contrarian approach. Once we agree, there is no going back. Now we go ahead. If you were already at 5,000, 10,000 users, and at that stage, I would have said, man, it's already done. Now, once you raise
Mm.
Series A or something, maybe then we think about changing. Otherwise, it's working. Why will we change? So, because you are little early, we are having this discussion. So, hope you don't mind that, right? Like having this authentic discussion.
oh no, like I chase authenticity,
Yeah.
Chetan. Like there is someone that asked me a question last time. She asked me if I have to define you with one word, or if you have to define yourself with one word, what would it be? And
Yeah.
I said authentic.
Yeah.
Simple.
Mm.
And let me put it straightforward here. You cannot build for authenticity and trust if you're not authentic.
Mm.
If you succeed the first month, the second, the third, the first year, the second year, there will be a point where it will break because what you built is not fit to your own beliefs, especially when it comes to something that is so sensitive. You know, it's very hard to build for authenticity and trust, Chetan. Trust me. The idea started back in 2021. It didn't start 6 months ago. 2021, right? So I was thinking about it. I was checking how things are evolving. I was trying to see how to bring that to life. It takes a lot of effort. People
Mm.
think that it's just about building. Building today is very easy. With AI today, you can build almost anything you want in life. Anything. But come and maintain it. Come and talk about it. Come and explain it. This is
Mm.
where now you will see if there is alignment or there is no alignment. And this is why, for any founder who's listening to us today, I will say
Yeah.
only build what aligns with your own values. Even
Values.
if you're
Correct.
building B2B, B2C, B2C to B, B2B to C, name them whatever you want, B2B to G, whatever,
Yeah.
build something that works with your own values because this
Yeah.
is the only way you can rise to the next challenge.
Correct. Correct.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm also building with similar values, right? The name Honest Create
Yeah.
was because of that, right? I was tired of explaining people that with the right way to design, you can actually create value for your business, right? So there is an honest way to design that I wanted to communicate when I started this agency in 2020. So, in an honest way to create, right? Create value. So, the name has meaning, obviously, for me and why we chose it. And then we are in the business of trust, right? Like, if a founder is trusting me with all the data of, with all the things that are not good with the business and things that are good with the business. We are in the consultancy business, right? We are like the KPMG of startups. We go deep into numbers and we create a story for the investors. So
Mhm.
that's the business we do, right? We create pitch decks, for example, for founders. So the trust is big part of our business, and those are also part of my values. Like I've always, done jobs where I can actually sell something which I believe in. Otherwise, I cannot sell something which I don't believe in. And we can also see the website of Honest Create. If you can pull up, Tanya, just so that I can talk about,
Yeah.
if that communicates to you on the page or not as a founder. Maybe it's it's now your time to give me that honest feedback, Abbas, on my website. I don't know if you ever seen it, but we can pull it up and maybe Tanya can share the screen. But yeah, that's the name. That's why
Yeah.
the name. That's why the name, if that makes sense, why the name Honest Create.
Yeah, actually, it is a name that that attracted me the first time I saw you in the room, and you had your own billboard at that time
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
in
Correct,
Toronto Tech
correct.
Week, and I was like, "Oh, Honest Create with the blue
Yeah,
colors, like it
yeah,
resonated." And this is something that actually pushed me to go and talk to you. Like I wanted to
yeah.
see, like, is this real guy really honest, or he's just trying to say that it's just Honest Create? So
Thank you.
yeah,
Thank you. That means a lot. That the brand is now selling before me every time. That's why I built a brand, right? Like I cannot be doing the selling, the all the time. The brand should go and sell as well. So that was the reason of the name, and I'm glad that it attracted you as well because you are my ICP. You are the founders, right? I mean,
yeah,
founders are my ICP because we help founders tell their stories to VCs or to their customers. We are in the business of storytelling, right? And storytelling in presentations only. So I always focus on a niche because I think, as you said, the values became a very important part of why I built and what I built with my co-founder. We both were aligned as well. So yeah, I mean, I don't know if you're sharing the website right now, Tanya. We can
I've
also.
asked for the sharing rights to
Oh, okay,
Samir.
okay.
He's just giving it, yeah. Or Samir
So
can share it, yeah.
and then Tanya can also share what she did for Honest Create. We
Yeah,
created
which is
those
why
maps.
Yes, which is why when Chetan said that we need to make maps and the company name was Honest Creates. So instead of drawing like a very simple map, what we did is that we highlighted the popular spots, or we said that this is where you will get stuck in traffic, or this is instead of calling it like just South Bombay, we also like drew a lot of the things that one comes for, a lot of Bollywood references in the Bombay map. So yeah, just like what is the most honest way of seeing the city that you live in is what we had tried to go for. Um, but yeah,
And we called it Honest Maps. Honest Maps,
we
right?
call it honest maps.
I didn't even put my logo, and people were saying me, "Why didn't you have your logo on it?" I'm like, people should see that is it from the same brand, right? When they listen to Honest, and when we send it to them, I didn't want to put my logo Honest Create. I'm like, it's Honest Map, so they know that it's
Yeah.
coming from Chetan. So from Honest Create. So let's try it. So I think she would
Mhm.
share that also in a bit. But just to
Mhm.
take your point of view, man.
Sorry, I'm gonna share it right away, like whatever I have. So yeah, essentially these were the maps, and here we have
Bangalore
Bangalore,
one.
so very, yeah, just like the famous and nice places, and then two very authentically Bangalore people here, Kannada people here. There was one of Gurgaon, so like Horn, okay, please, is a popular thing that is behind Indian trucks. And because this is the highway route, so instead of like writing highway, we just made that. And yeah, things like these for sure.
yeah.
That
No,
was so well done.
Yep. This is what I meant by Bollywood reference. I couldn't find like the open file and everything, but yeah, I have these
Yeah,
pictures.
we had these Bollywood style pictures. So
Mm.
that was it. How do you like the idea of me sending you a map of Toronto with Trendsy office also amongst other startups?
This would be a great idea, actually.
Yeah, I mean, this is something that maybe you'll remember me. It's in your office, and you feel good about your brand being there on the map, right? Like on the Toronto
I,
map.
I
So
love it.
yeah, so I mean, that's my way of building the brand, and I'm glad that you also felt like coming and talking to me because of that. And we also, I think, it attracts a certain people also when you are building your brand in a certain way with your values. You will attract people of similar values. I think
100%. It
that
should.
always happens. That always happens, right? You felt like, oh, honest, because honesty is big for me, so you came and talked to me on that event, right?
Exactly, exactly. And like now that I'm thinking about it, like I remember your stand-up comedy show, which
Yeah.
is which also aligns
Yeah.
with what you're claiming for and
Mm.
with your brand. Because as you know, to stand on that stage and try to make people laugh and accept to be disliked as well by so
Yeah.
many people
Yeah.
could point out that this person is someone who
Yeah.
has enough authenticity, honesty, trust himself. Because to trust someone, you need to start trusting yourself to start with. Like,
Yeah.
like as we say, to love someone, you have
Yeah.
to love you have to love yourself, right?
Correct.
So Jay Shetty says it beautifully. So the thing is that again, the brand needs to strongly tie to the founder's values,
Yeah.
because that's the biggest threat going forward when someone is building his own company, his own brand. Because as you
Yeah.
said, the brand has its own life, has its own status,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
At the end of the day, you are the voice of it. You're the one
Correct.
who will keep growing it up, who will keep pivoting it or iterating it. And
Correct.
and this takes a lot of effort, man. And if you have to do something, put into effort into it, and it doesn't align with you, the effort is times 100. Like imagine I
Yeah.
tell you go to the gym, but you hate the
Yeah.
gym. So
Yeah.
for you, it will feel like this 1 hour will feel like 20 hours, right?
Yeah. True.
But put me on a tennis court for 10 hours, it feels like
Yeah.
1 hour for me. Like,
I know. By the way, anybody want to play tennis as a founder? Abbas and me, we play, on early morning. So we are building an early morning tennis club. And right now, there's not much season left to play tennis, but I think we can do something else early morning also, not just tennis when it's winter time. But yeah, I mean, talk to us, meet us, join us.
actually, that's a great idea, actually. Let's have the 6 a.m. Tennis Founders Club, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And
tennis, and then in winters it can be squash. I have squash court in my condos, so we can do squash. 6 a.m. squash club. Any
I
any
have a
any
good
sport,
news.
pickleball or whatever.
I have a good news for you, Chatan. The tennis
Yeah.
club that we play that runs all year long. During winter, they have a bubble.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Oh.
Okay, then now I'm liking it. Then I'm gonna be there at least once a week. Let's start with that, and then invite more people. So, guys, if you want to play tennis and you are a founder, and you also want to play tennis in winter time, then join our small community of 2 people right now.
Man, there is no there. Tanya, have you ever played tennis?
I have played tennis. I'm a state level squash player also. So I got really interested when Chetan said squash. But I guess I'll have to hone my tennis skills then.
So, like racket sports in general, but I
Yeah,
will
Yeah.
focus I will focus on tennis here because this is where my experience is. It reminds me so much of the startup journey. Like every single ball I have to hit back, I have to think of like where should I place it? How
Yeah.
strong should I hit? How soft? How should I keep on building that point before I end up giving the last, like throwing that
Hmm.
last ball that can give the match point. Like
Yeah.
there's so much that reminds you of your startup journey, and this is why I love tennis. And speaking
Hmm.
of that, actually, Chetan, to tell you,
Yeah.
my startup journey and tennis, they almost started at the same time.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Interesting.
yeah. This is why I relate so much to tennis, you know?
Good.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is one sport I never see myself I can stop actually. I love it. I love it. And because I work 16 hours a day on average, like 14 to 16 hours, I create time to play tennis. And the only way to
Yeah.
create time is to take time out of my sleep, right? Like there's only 24 hours a day. So this is why I play very early, but the energy boost it gives is amazing. Amazing.
It is, and Tanya can speak more about squash as well. That
Yeah.
it's a different kind of sport. It is a racquetball, but I mean it's a very good workout, is what I'll say, Tanya. Right? Like in general, also,
Yeah.
squash as a sport is not played as much as other sports, but it's a very good sport.
Yeah. Yeah. Tennis is also like a lot of endurance. So, as Abbas said about the founder journey, like you really need that to build something over a long period of time. Squash, I really like because it's like a lot of strategy. There are so many corners, so you can really, I say that it's very musical and it's very lyrical of where the ball is going to go. So maybe I like it because I see the creative aspect of squash,
Yeah,
and that also kind of explains us why the two of us, like the three of us actually, are drawn to one kind of sport, and how that actually is so reflective of what we are doing in our lives.
Yeah.
that's true. That's so
Yeah.
true. And also, squash is also good for lonely people. You just need a you don't need a partner to
I
play.
actually
Oh yeah.
I actually did start that because I was like, okay, I'll do something by myself. So
Yeah,
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 it is quite. But now I have
yeah.
like a group.
Yeah, but you will be happy to know, like I started squash in my Chandigarh days. So, and when I was alone there, and I had sort of sometimes no company, I'll just go to the squash court and start playing. And then while playing only, I had other people who joined, and then they started talking to
Yeah,
me,
yeah.
and then it became like a good social thing. Now anywhere I go, I'm like, hey, you want to play squash? I mean, I have a court in where I live in my condo, so always looking for 6 a.m. squash people, and now tennis. So both of them, I want to
Tennis.
learn tennis actually. Squash I've learned till a level, and but tennis I have to reach that level. Uh, so
Yeah.
so for every sport I have a level. Well, I'll go. I'll be good at it. Like even football that day, I was playing with someone. He's like, "You are so good, Mega. I have a plateau. I get to that level, and then I'm like this. So I don't improve after that. But I like to play different sports. So tennis, I have to still reach my at least basic level. And Abbas can tell how bad I was. I mean, literally, he was telling me basic techniques about tennis. Tennis is very technical too, by the way.
Oh,
Hmm.
it's super technical. It has a lot of creativity as well. Oh, there's so much
Hmm.
creativity around it. Uh,
Stamina as well. I think more stamina as well. I think squash would need strength because you
Yeah,
and sort of the angles of the knowledge of the angles. Whereas tennis
yeah,
needs hardcore like strength of
yeah.
everything, like running, hitting, stamina as well. I think it's a different kind of. It is a tougher sport if I have to compare at a level of.
Definitely.
It is a tougher sport, tennis for sure.
yeah, and it
Yeah.
requires a lot of mindset, like a lot of
Hmm.
mindset. Like, despite how good you are in with tennis, if you don't have the right mindset at that specific time, you can just lose the game, and we've seen it with the biggest players in the world. Like how many times
Yeah,
you see them do this, like when they're on court,
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah,
so much,
yeah,
right? Djokovic is known as well for like all those
yeah,
mindful sessions and like yoga sessions and like sessions that he
Hmm.
takes on his own just
Yeah.
because the mindset. And but look how beautifully everything aligns here, right? So
Yeah.
from the brand that we're building, to the
Yeah.
company that we're building, to the
Yeah.
values that we have on a personal level, to the sports that we play,
Yeah.
everything aligns, you
It
know?
Lines,
does.
yeah.
It is
And
beautiful how it aligns. Yeah, at times.
and
Yeah.
this is what I call, like, founders product fit. Like,
Yeah.
people talk about product market fit, but what
Yeah.
I would say is even more important than product market fit is
Yeah.
founders product fit. Because if
Correct.
you are not the right fit for what you're building,
Yeah.
despite how great what you're building is, at some
Yeah.
point frictions will start showing.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah,
And and
definitely.
and and also, I feel that because all of us are also aligned in terms of authenticity in a way, and now sports as well. There's a common thing that we figured out. Sorry, my video was off. The common thing we figured out. I think Tanya also is building a brand now, that transitioning from her job to now a freelancer, which is also in a way a leap to entrepreneurship. So Tanya, congratulations! Now you're not like you're
Yeah.
on your own. So it's a great feeling, right?
It is. And essentially, like in my company, I was building for brands. Like I was building for brands that didn't come out of India. And I have stayed in like 14 cities across the length and breadth of India. I understand it very well and everything. And in those days, I just thought to myself what it would be like to build for um, people I understand better and markets that I understand better. And it's not this very foreign concept being molded in a way that everybody adapts to it, because more
Yeah.
and more we're seeing that people want things customized their way. So it was born out of like the decision to break out of company hierarchy and company setup was born out
Yeah.
of the desire to just design uh, more authentic stories that align to where I come from personally. So yeah, and right now I'm also moving closer to my hometown.
Hmm.
So then I'm seeing that, okay, what are, for example, Gond art is a very famous thing from Madhya Pradesh, where I belong to, and nobody has really spoken about it. There aren't enough documentaries about it. So what is it that can be done to really bring that into communication? Because
Hmm.
at the end of the day, Spotify will find somebody to tell the next offer, but you
Yeah.
really need people from the same region who understand the same language to actually
Yeah.
tell those stories. Yeah.
That's a beautiful I would say value again to be aligned to build your brand, that you want to bring stories of you know uh, of of beautiful art which others are not bringing, because nobody's really caring about them, but they are beautiful, right?
Hmm.
They more
Yeah.
people should know about them, but nobody cares about them to be told. And I think you are aligning yourself to that thing. That definitely is a good reason to build.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
Um,
Tanya, congratulations on taking that path. Uh, it's definitely not the easy path, but it's the most rewarding one on a personal level, especially. And at least there is a certain impact that you will be leaving behind you in this world.
mhm,
So, you know what I say when founders talk to me and they say that, um, what is the biggest achievement you've done so far, or how do you define achievement? The achievement is that first day you say to yourself, I want to be an entrepreneur, I want to be a founder. Because this takes
mhm,
a lot of courage in different sense for each one of us, depending on their own circumstances. But this is the
yeah.
first very big achievement. The second
Mm,
achievement is the day you bring that to life. It's like a mother that has been pregnant for 9 months and she delivers her baby. She doesn't know yet how this baby will turn out in life. She doesn't even
Mm,
know how the baby will be behaving in the next 1 hour from being born.
mm,
But just bringing that kid to life is a very big achievement, and everyone comes to congratulate the mother. This is exactly
mm,
the same thing for founders. And this is something that we have to be proud of. You know, not a lot
mm,
of people say it, but we have to be
mm,
proud of when we bring to life what we believe in and what we are building. This is a very big achievement, especially when we are doing it with a good heart and we're doing it for the right reason. Because
mm,
unfortunately, today a lot of people are building just to follow the trend, right? They're
mm.
just like after the dollar sign. Like, oh, what is making dollars today? Where funds are investing today? But yeah, but remember
Yeah.
one thing.
Mm,
The fund is investing into something today, but tomorrow they will be investing into something else, right?
yeah.
So this is not the right strategy. Like I'm highlighting those points because as much as I want us, to talk about brand and about what we're building, but this is also a great opportunity for us to tell other founders about our learning journey. And like,
Mhm.
you're one of them, Tanya. You will be embarking on that
Mm,
journey. So I'm very
yeah.
happy that I get to share my own experience because this is something that I really love doing and Chatan knows
Yeah.
about it. And yes,
Mm,
we just let's just be ourselves, let's just be
yeah.
human.
It also reminds me of like the first project that I did once I came back home, and essentially like a lot of websites have a very stereotypical foundation to like what an Indian would look like, and those are the only kind of illustrations that are available. So like as an illustrator, something that I made was like almost this tech pack thing. So essentially, for any designer, you can just pick up the skin color that you want. There are like so many clothes. Oh, where are they? Wait. There are like so many clothes that are there, and these are very authentic clothes. So, this pattern comes from Madras region, so it's called the Madras check. And then this like cap is very significant to what the Himachalis wear. And the best part about this is that you can move these objects around and like make your own characters. So you can have like different tops, you can introduce your own tops. So you really don't need like another person to come in and tell you that, okay, this is how an Indian would look, or this is how a Keralite would look, a Punjabi would look. You have this power to make whatever kind of character you want. And the thing that you said about like how will it react, and I had like my niece make like her family tree using these, so that was kind of fun. But yeah, like it wasn't used too much, to be very honest. But I really like the option, like giving somebody an option to just play around with things. Like I want to move um the pieces around and do my own thing. Yeah, I just wanted to share that. And also it ties back to trends because uh we aren't doing the most obvious sense of this is how a modern Indian person looks like. We do it
Yeah.
our way, and we do it in the most authentic sense. So kind of giving anything that gives back the power of expression to people, I think that becomes really nice.
Oh, I love that, the power of expression to people. This is so beautiful.
Hmm.
This is actually
Hmm.
also what Trendsy is about. We're giving
Hmm.
power of expression to people in a safe
Yeah.
environment, which is, oh wow, I love this.
Mhm.
Um,
So a lot of common things. See, we
can I
eventually
borrow that
a lot
from you, Tanya?
of
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Thanks.
It is for Trendsy. It's
And I
exactly what
want
it's doing.
I want to say one thing, Tanya. I'd love for you to connect with my co-founder, Arch Talwar. He's from India, from Delhi.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that you'll have a lot to talk about and discuss. This is one of the great things of meeting people, right? Through
Mhm.
like such podcasts is like, we get to meet people we never heard of, and we see that, oh, there's something that we align
Mhm.
on, and why not explore it? And Shaitan, man, you
yeah.
did a great job in that sense.
Yeah, that's what I feel that I'm doing in a way. The first thing first, what I feel, what is my mission of this live stream? Okay, honest create mission now, but my live stream mission. One of the guy who came on the live stream, he articulated it very well. I think there is a feeling of so much. I would say, what's the right word, when you making that first leap of first flight of your entrepreneurship. There's so much anxiety, there's so much things that can overwhelm you, but it's also liberating, right? As soon as you fly, you're liberated, right? Once you get the first flight. Shout out to First Flight Angels, one of the angel group, founder who came that day with Tanya Charles. But uh, but
Charles.
but the point is the feeling of what people can get from this live stream is people who are just jumping into entrepreneurship. They are coming here and talking about them because nobody right now is talking about that feeling, right? Everybody talks about, oh, you have become this now. How will you become seed round, series A? But let's just step back and congratulate people who are just making their first flight,
Percent.
and that's where they need the most help. They need good connections. I think they will tune into this live stream, this podcast, because people who are not just established people. I will bring established founders too, but on the other side, I'll bring who are new founders who are just making this first flight, and that feeling can resonate with a lot of people. I feel of this live stream, I guess.
The thing, speaking of this, Chatan, people tend to forget
Hmm.
how they started. Especially when they become like successful founders, or they instead of like being on a helicopter flying to start with, they are on like a super fast jet like rocket ship.
Yeah,
They tend to forget that they were at some point where we are today, you
yeah,
know and that is sad, because, but again, right, it's what we've been discussing now. It's like how honest you are to what you're doing, how honest you are to the society you are in, that you're serving, you know, th- like this dollar sign, people need to know how to differentiate and when to put
yeah,
Mm,
like that line between a transactional relationship and
yeah,
a genuine human relationship. And
yeah,
we need to see more of that genuine human relationship,
yeah,
like, I attend a lot of TechTO events, and great
yeah,
speaker comes, successful founders who made it. I really appreciate each one of those guys that come, because they are sharing their own experience, how they started. They're trying to show new
yeah,
founders like where those minds could be, how to overcome those minds, how to rise to challenges. And this is amazing, and we need more of that. Like, we need, like, I know we are all busy, but we can still find 5-10 minutes to
mm,
always try to help someone.
yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. I think it's a great feeling, and that feeling. I jumped on entrepreneur 6 years ago, around 2020, and it's the best feeling. And now I've worked with over 600 founders. I know I've at each stage, what are the challenges, but the stage of the first one, I'm going back to help these founders because I'm very passionate about it. I can talk about this every day. It's not making money right now, or maybe now soon it does, but the point is why I'm doing this for 25 days straight, because it gives me that feeling that, hey, founders can make a lot of these discussions. This can be very helpful for a lot of founders if they are
mm.
tuning in, of course. But Tanya, thank you so much for sharing the work. It was wonderful. I love the whole Indian iconography, and
Illustration. Yeah, I
yeah, the
love the
illustrations.
illustrations, Tanya,
That was
and
fun.
I'll put you in touch with my co-founder because he's working on some
Sure thing.
illustrations now. I think this is the
Mhm.
perfect time. And Chatan, man, always a pleasure to be
Yeah.
with you and with your guests. And yes,
Lovely, lovely.
let's keep pushing. Like, I wish you all the best for what you're doing, Tanya. All the best on the beginning of your entrepreneurial journey. Uh,
Yeah.
Thank
I'm
you.
on
I think
Instagram. You can DM me if you need any advice. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm always
Perfect.
happy to help any founder.
he's also like that.
Perfect.
That's why he's helping us here, coming and sharing his thoughts. We are all helping each other in a way, right? I'm just giving a platform to help each other. And in a way that helps me, that if people are finding help in each other, and they're able to do better with the right connections, why not? I know so many good people. I just feel like I would keep bringing them every day, and something will happen between them, right? That's the serendipity
Hmm.
and the collaboration. That
Yeah,
is the idea, brother.
actually, look, man, look at this.
8 Rules of Love. Wow, Jay Shetty. What is the
Yeah,
book about?
man, this is an amazing book.
Yeah,
It's basically how you can spread love, among the people around you, but starting by loving yourself, so it gives you like the different stage of love, how to, especially with your partner, how to deal with things when there are problems happening.
yeah,
It tells you that, people don't really have the same perspective as you have, but this shouldn't be a way to break down things. If anything, it should be a way to see like where you guys can have a match. It's a very, 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 very nice book. But why did I show it? Because it's on my table, and we're talking about, authenticity, trust, and I wanted to say something about giving. You know,
Hmm.
like today, we are living in an age again where if someone wants to give something, the first thing is like, oh, what's in it for me? And
Hmm.
like this question, I hear it a lot, and it doesn't resonate very well with me. So come on, that when you give and you're thinking about what's in it for you, you're not giving anymore. Just
Hmm.
yeah,
to tell you that. Just to tell you that. When you give, you shouldn't be thinking about what you get. Because when you're giving, you're just giving without any reason behind it. You're just giving out of love. You're just giving out of humanity. You're just giving out of your own soul, right? And this rises among anything that is transactional. So I think this is something that I would like to close with, because again it aligns with what we've been discussing, with
yeah,
authenticity, with trust, with every day we're giving. Chatan, you are giving through what you're building. Tanya is giving through what she's building. I am giving through Trendsy. Each one of us is giving in a certain way, but let's make sure that we're giving for the right reasons. At the end of the day, we are here on a very short journey, guys. Very short,
yeah. Very short. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
very
That's
short. And
true.
we tend to forget that, right?
Yeah.
And I think that the more we give, the more the world will remember us.
Amazing, brother. That hit hard. I didn't see it
Yeah.
that way. The philosophical side of it, and I'm also kind of big on that. Maybe because we are old now, we see the philosophy more. Tanya, I don't know. What do you feel about it? But definitely there is a reason to be here. It's all sort of what it says. It was just meant to happen. Some of the things
Hmm.
you cannot design it, right? I mean, you believe in that serendipity and meeting the people at the right time, coincidences, Tanya.
Yeah, definitely. And like even this is it's so random as we discussed initially that all three of us are almost like equidistant, but so far, and we're just here in different time zones uh
Yeah.
discussing and then finding common ground as well. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I was like, how will I
it's
find
all
common
a
ground
part
between?
of connecting dots. Yeah.
Like, how will I find common ground between three of us? We actually found a lot of it today.
A lot of it.
So
Yep.
so thanks for both of you for being open about it and agreeing to do it last minute. Because I literally asked you, I think yesterday or in the morning. I don't know, one of the two, right? Let's do
Man, you
it.
Yeah.
you asked me this morning,
Oh man.
and
Uh,
I slept last night at 3 a.m. because I
yeah.
was working, on like our distribution strategy, etc. And today I have another 12 hours straight of hard work. But
Oh man.
I always know that it's always interesting to be with you, Chetan. So yeah, I'm happy that I made it because this gives
Yeah,
me
true.
this gives me now the right energy boost I need for my entire next 12 hours of work.
Come to my live streams to get the energy boost you need. that can be that can be the tagline of the live stream. But thank you guys. I
Yeah,
also like
definitely.
to say a little prayer to the universe, because that's I think I feel it's what made it happen, the spiritual side of things. And I wish, again, I pray to the universe that, thanks for bringing them all together. I feel that, we felt good energy and between each other, of an alignment of values. I wish Bas the best on his distribution and whatever he's about to do in the next 3 to 6 months. I think he has great, value system. And Tanya as well. I feel she's building for the right reasons, and she's taken that leap to entrepreneurship. So I wish her also the best in the next 3 to 6 months. Yeah, and world peace prevails. Yeah, definitely. Aman.
Thank
So
you. Thank you, man. And I feel the energy, man. You just put some tears in my eyes, to be honest with you. I don't know if it shows, but yeah, you can feel
Amazing.
the energy.
that's good, man. It's all
Yeah.
about, I mean, I like praying to the universe. I like whatever religion you are, eventually, it's all the path to the universe, right? Like, I
Yeah.
feel, I mean, that's at least my thing, but doesn't matter. I think the universe comes in between in any religion, whether the religion is bigger than the universe or universe is bigger, we all can debate. But, there is a role of the universe, definitely.
Yeah. We all come from one source, which is the source of love.
Yeah, source of love, even better. That's on top of the universe, right? The source of love. That's a well,
Yep.
you stole the tagline for today. Amazing. Bye bye. Take care. Nice chat.
Take
Bye
care.
bye.
Bye
Bye.
bye.
Thank you so much.
See
Bye
you.
bye,
Bye.
Tanya. Bye bye.